Look, Propertyology's recently done a fairly extensive research on this, and if we go around the country and look at all capital cities, metropolitan Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, there's actually pressure coming off rents. So I anticipate that we might see albeit smaller, reduction in rents that landlords can demand in those three big cities for the next year or two. We're already seeing pressure come off rents in Perth and Darwin. Perth rental decline probably started early 2014, and I expect that that will continue. Darwin started late 2014, a slight reduction in rents there. The capital cities that are most likely to see rental increases, although I don't expect there'll be significant increases, are more likely to be places like Adelaide, Canberra and Hobart. The primary cause of these shifts up and down with rent has been the new supply, especially in the apartment market in most of the capital cities. We've also seen a lot of investor activity, so there is a big difference in the rental market whether someone buys a property to live in themselves or whether they buy it as an investment property. If they're doing the latter, they're adding extra supply to the rental pool. So most of Australia has seen a lot more investor activity over the last, say, 2 years. So that's adding more rental stock to the pool. Melbourne and Sydney especially, investors have been particularly active in the last couple of years. So there's about 40% of all residential home loans that were approved last year in Melbourne were for investment properties, and about 55% were in Sydney. Now 30% is a sort of normal ratio. The Propertyology would say that this is likely to affect the property manager more so in the unit market than the housing market. Inner city apartments, especially in Australia's three biggest cities, Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, you're more likely to have more rental properties than tenants are looking for. So I expect to see higher vacancy rates there and some reduction in rents. In those same cities, however, it's quite possible that whilst rents for apartments might be coming off, rents for houses might be increasing. But then if you get right out on the outskirts of those cities where there's new land releases, that might be a different story with supply out there. The Perth market, both houses and apartments, rents are really coming off there.